Hey, what is going on with y'all? It's Black Balloon, and y'all already know what's going on, man. I'm coming back with another video right after we just dropped the Sacrifice Season Part 3 yesterday. I definitely didn't think I'd be coming back doing another video the next day type of shit, because the news didn't really come out until last night. I had already put together the video that I did on Slim 400. So I didn't catch word of Demaryius Thomas dying at the age of 33. You know, really, really right after I dropped the video, all the comments was another person just died at 33. Another person just died at 33. It's like y'all wasn't even commenting on the Slim 400 video. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I kind of wish I had just waited an hour to drop that video, and I could have tossed, Demaryius Thomas in that and just kind of presented a whole video, about everything that's been going on lately. Oh yeah, and another thing, I might as well go ahead and get y'all used to seeing my face again, because I'm about to have to start back doing a lot of videos where I'm just talking to y'all and talking about a lot of this shit. Because obviously y'all can't see the way my channel gets done in the algorithm. Y'all can't really see how much I get shadow banned, but it's just getting worse and worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? Like they be killing my channel. They be killing my videos as far as them being monetized and shit. YouTube just done cracked down so much on their policies and their community guidelines, bro. It's like I can't even make a video the way that I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not even really speaking on those terms of, the video just being so much about truth that they're just banning it. It's really more about being monetized, because they're just they're not monetizing shit. Like, if it's not along their guidelines, bro, they're not monetizing shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's partly why I be having to do certain things a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Just so I don't get my shit strike down, and get my shit demonetized and all that good shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a forewarning, we're gonna be doing a lot more talking in the future, you know what I'm saying? The edited videos, they'll never stop. Trust me, they'll never stop, because I actually I enjoy doing that shit. It's fun, you know what I'm saying? Because I just get to go deep and really kind of show my work. You feel what I'm saying? So those will never stop, but I'm definitely finna be in y'all ear just a little bit more, just like this, talking. For real though. Just so y'all know, but I don't got too much to say with this video, because then it's gonna be like I'm just constantly beating. I'm just beating the same thing into y'all heads, and at this point I'm not even really trying to make you understand it or make you get it, because you clearly see it. You clearly see that the shit is not right at this point, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that yesterday we get two people who die at the same age, 33 being just probably one of the most significant numbers to the occult. We get two people that die in the same day. Demaryius Thomas being a retired NFL player. I think he actually announced his retirement 6 months ago, just in the summer of 2021. So he's basically fresh out the league. And the excuse, well, I won't say the excuse, the reason that they gave for his death was they said it was medical issues. And then I saw some articles that said it could have been, complications from an accident that he had 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And I had a few people tell me that, and I had someone who told me that on Instagram as well, that supposedly he had more complications from, when he was in an accident that was 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw something else that said he had a seizure. you know. So y'all already know how it is. Like a bunch of different articles that have a bunch of different reasons, kind of like floating along the same line, you know, but not really knowing exactly how the person died. And another thing I want y'all to notice, you know, with like these, you know, famous people deaths, celebrity deaths and shit like that that come out of the industry, it's always that they were found in their home or they were found in their apartment. Like Michael K. Williams, he was found in his apartment in New York, you know, overdosed. You know what I'm saying? Like when Mac Miller died, he was found in his home in praying position. You see what I'm saying? It's always like they're found dead. Like, and I think I brought this up. I think I brought this up in that Michael K. Williams video, if I'm not mistaken, but I know I remember myself talking about it somewhere, is the fact that there's never anyone with them. You know, like you gotta think sometimes. They're always found in their crib. Even when Vincent Jackson, remember, go back to my, I think it was Sacrifice Season Tampa Bay video. I think that was the first Sacrifice Season video I did, where we talked about Tampa Bay and the sacrifices that was coming out of Florida, because Vincent Jackson was found in like a Hilton suite hotel or some shit. He was a former receiver, played for a couple teams throughout his career. He died at the age of 38. I don't think they gave a cause of death, because I actually looked him up right before I did this video to just see if I could find any real, you know, connections real quick, like in between Vincent Jackson and Demaryius Thomas dying. I couldn't really find nothing, but I also did not find a cause of death of Vincent Jackson. I can't really remember. No, I didn't search that hard, so there could have been one out there. But I didn't see nothing. But you know, just like they said they found him in the hotel. Same thing with Pimp C. They found him in the hotel, you know, in prayer position or whatever. We all know those were rituals, the Mac Miller, Pimp C, shit like that, when they're found in prayer position, or, you know, something that kind of relates to the Bible, you know. Yeah, we already know those are rituals. You know what I'm saying? So my whole point is we have to pay attention to how they present it to us on how the person was found dead. What I was going to get to saying was that there's never anyone around the person to confirm that, oh yeah, I found him dead. You know, like, let me know if there were cases where someone or a friend, a close friend of the person that's famous, actually was there. You know what I'm saying? Because look, y'all are getting my shit and tell me I think everything is a sacrifice, but it doesn't add up at the end of the day. Because think about your family. Think about your friends, your cousins and shit like that. When they die, or somebody just, you know, just happens to die off some kind of sickness, you know, it gradually happens. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's there with them at the crib. Somebody took them to the hospital. They died 3 days later. You see what I'm saying? Now, look, don't get me wrong. You can have a seizure, yes, especially if you had complications, or you epileptic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a roommate when I was in college that died overnight off a seizure. I was in the other room. All my roommates were at the apartment. He died overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like, we woke up to see his dead body stretched across the bed. So don't get me wrong. Obviously, you can die overnight off of a seizure. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? We were there. We were at the house, bro. I saw him. You feel what I'm saying? His other friend came to the crib, called the police, because we first thought he was just drunk. You know, he didn't even really look dead because I couldn't see his face. You know, we thought he was drunk. So we went to class and didn't really think about it until his best friend came to the crib and ended up calling the police. But we were there. People were there to confirm that, yes, this guy was dead. You know what I'm saying? It's never that way. Like, obviously, all right, we can go with the story, you know, that they're not going to pit it out to the public that, oh, you know, his cousin was in the house and, you know, he found him dead and shit like that, you know. But what I'm just trying to point out is it's always, especially with famous people, you have to think about it compared to your life, your regular life, you know, your regular family, people who are around you. And then, you know, not to even, you know, point this out and be just too big about it, but think about, when does anyone around you die at the age of 33? Look, I know anybody could die at any age. There are regular people who are dying at the age of 33. I know, but bro, come on now, y'all. Come on. I don't got to explain it too much because y'all already know the shit that comes out of the industry when they're dying at certain ages, when they're dying on certain days, when they're dying around certain times, when we getting this, you know, we're getting like solstice sacrifices, when they're dying around certain times, around certain dates, with certain numerology connected to it. Y'all already know what's going on. I think I've done like 2 to 3 videos just on the meaning of the number 33. Y'all can go back down the channel and check those videos out, because it's there to see. There's a lot of connections to the number 33 and why they sacrifice or run public rituals connected to the number 33, no matter what it is, if it's on the 33rd parallel or if it's a person that's dying, graduating at 33. So, you know, I just say that to, you know, just kind of like add to my points of me not just sitting here talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to think about the shit compared to your regular life, and at the fact that these people are not dying normally. You know, there's nobody around to confirm it. There is, you know, that they're always alone for some reason. You know what I'm saying? All of them always dying alone. So it just don't make sense to me. I just got to bring that up so y'all can think about it and kind of think about it the way that I do. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, honestly, it's easy for me to accept some of these theories. Now, I don't just believe every single thing that comes, you know, to my knowledge. I don't believe everything that comes to my head that tries to, you know, just make me think differently on how I already do. So I'm not easily swayed person, you know. That's just how I always been, you know. But this stuff is just easy to understand, and it's easy to process once you know, you can just kind of see it at all angles. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I've been paying attention to this shit for years. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just easier to accept. You know, definitely a lot more easier than, you know, most people can process this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much that, man. I really just wanted to drop a quick video and just talk about it. You know, yes, he did die at 33 years old. He actually died here in Georgia. You know, actually, he died in a city that I used to stay in as well. So, you know, he not that far. He not that far. He right up the street, damn near right up the highway. But yeah, there's not much else to say around him dying at 33. You know, do I believe it was a sacrifice? Yes, I do. Who would I think he was sacrificed for? Honestly, I couldn't really give you I couldn't really give you a reason without just saying shit, you know what I'm saying? Because this shit runs deep, bro. You just never know what these people have going on. You could never call it, bro. You can never call who these people are connected to. You know, what he could have been involved in. He could have been a part of the Black Boule. Who knows? He could have been a Mason. You never know. You just never know, bro. You never know. Once you cross that threshold of money and fame and, you know, just everything else that comes with it, you never know what people get themselves into. And I'll end this video with saying, just like I said a few minutes ago, yes, it is very possible to die off a seizure. I already explained myself. I know it does happen because I've witnessed it personally. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to make the video and to be, you know, completely just ignorant of that fact, because a lot of y'all will come at me and say that kind of shit. You know, but at the end of the day, we already know what's going on, you know. So I don't know, you know, if y'all expected too much juice out of this video as far as Demaryius Thomas dying at 33, you're not really gonna find much. You're not gonna find many occult connections to it. You know, you just have to know that that age, it being, you know, pushed on you the way that it is, every single, like, you know, news article covering it, CNN to all the sports articles and pages covering it, you know exactly what's going on. And the NFL and the sports world, they're not exempt. Y'all got to understand that as well. They run rituals, they sacrifice as well. It's just not as much as the music industry, because the music industry deals directly with the devil. Literally, the industry, they make blood contracts, they tie in directly with the devil. The devil runs the music industry. He is music. The devil damn near represents. So yeah, to me, that's exactly why we don't get many sacrifices from the sports industry. These guys aren't dealing directly with the devil. They're not signing blood contracts. So that's why we don't get it. We don't get it as much. Now I'm not talking about everybody, because obviously the stars you're gonna get that from, especially like NBA stars, you know, LeBron, Kevin Durant, you know, all the stars, Steph Curry, you know, things are gonna happen with them. You know what I'm saying? Some things have already happened. These guys are definitely a part of the Boule. They are Masons. Some of them are. Some football players are as well. Tom Brady, most of the famous quarterbacks, Russell Wilson, especially when they're connected to other parts of the industry, when their wives may be in other parts of the industry, you know these guys are down and they're part of the brotherhood. So that's how we know that. That's why, like, I definitely, you know, can say it doesn't happen as much in the sports industry, you know, because there's a lot of players, there's a lot of football players. These guys aren't, you know, they're not directly tied to the devil. You know, some of them go through the NFL, make $1 million and $2 million, and they go on living the rest of their life, and they don't have to sacrifice nobody, because it's not about that. The devil doesn't care about that. Why? Because they're in helmets. They can't promote the imagery that the devil wants to be promoted, that Freemasons want to be promoted. They can't promote the New World Order in a helmet. No one knows who you are. You're nothing. You're not an influence. All right, y'all. I got interrupted every time I try to do these videos where I'm, you know, in front of the camera. I always get interrupted with something. But anyways, just to go on and end this video, you know, I was really just talking about how, you know, if you're not influential, if you're in the industry and you're not influential, you're not going to be used to promote the New World Order. You're not going to be used to promote the symbolism. More than likely, you're going to know a lot of Masons. You're going to meet a lot of Freemasons, and you may not even know you're meeting them, but you probably will never become one unless you're invited, you know, which is why NBA players are more involved in the occult than football players, because like I said, no one knows who these guys are. You know, the starting linebacker for the Broncos, or the starting center for the Raiders, no one knows who that guy is. You know, you have no influence over anybody. Literally, you don't have an influence over nobody. I have more influence over some of the NFL players in the NFL. Just as simple as that. I'm just saying, I'm not bigging up my name or anything like that, but I'm just saying, if you don't hold no influence over people, over mass amount of people, you're not needed to the occult. They don't give a damn. You know, so that's why, to me, there's more NBA players involved in the occult that are Freemasons, that have to sacrifice and do certain things to go up to the top, than it is in really damn near any other sport, you know, because these guys are actually really influential. You know, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, these guys are really influential, you know, and they have the power to, you know, be even more influential than they probably actually know, you know, unless they actually try to do so.